Good morning, everybody. Last day of the year to do this.
What's
How's
up,
everybody doing this morning?
Cheryl? Good morning,
Toucan
homie.
Cheryl. Good morning, Homie Groves.
PHX.
PHX. Of course, PHX is already in the future.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you flipped the switch. Morning, everybody.
Got that lag going on YouTube.
Grower Mo. No, that was me.
Oh.
It's the retirement lag.
Yeah. I'll have that in about 4 months. I'll retire for 6 months.
From growing or your job?
Growing.
From growing. It'd be too hot to grow. It'd be middle of summer.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked last night. It's easier for me to grow in the summer than it is in the winter. So I try to knock it out in the summer. And
It's easier and cheaper on me to grow in the winter.
especially with my solar.
You just got to figure out how much you got to have to make it.
We're going to get you set up. Even if we start you piecemeal, we'll get you offline here in a couple 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, them batteries are expensive. That's the most expensive part, isn't it? The batteries.
Yeah. Well, no, not anymore. They're coming there. Well, yes, but they are coming. The price is coming way down. Way down. In fact, every time I buy batteries on Amazon, next time I put it in my cart, if I buy it within 24 hours, they'll knock $15 off each one of them.
Oh, wow.
But hell, I just spent all the money I had on the ones that I bought. So thanks for the offer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 2 more batteries I want to buy here in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be pretty set.
Yeah, you got a lot of power there. Oh.
Good look at getting there. Jimmy John's supposed to call me. He said he wanted to get set up with solar.
Yeah.
You guys
Once
can
I
do
get
that.
down where I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we still need
Nice
to
to
figure
me
out.
up here to do it.
You need to move about 800 miles south there, brother. You got. You're up there in the Arctic. You're up in the Arctic Circle. You're only going to get a little bit of sun, but how many people up there have solar?
A lot.
Yeah. Up in the north, down here, nobody has solar. In this town, there's only 2 people of 8,000 that have solar, and I'm one of them.
Well, where I live, if I lived in a brick and mortar house, I could get solar for free. But because I live in a mobile home, I can't have it.
For the government
I got to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're putting in solar fields everywhere here. They're just
they're all over the place here too. They're putting them up everywhere. I'm talking hundreds of acres.
Yeah, here too. It's stupid.
Yeah, they don't put windmills down here. They put them in them solar fields. There's 4 of them here in this county.
Yeah, we got a lot. They're building a big one down here too. But solar, I don't know. Some places people get solar, and other places they don't. I know Maine's too cloudy.
A lot of maintenance to solar that people don't think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a one-time purchase, and you do have to do maintenance. You got to clean it, and shit burns out just like any other electronics.
Yep.
So I mean, with the money, if you take 10%, 20% of the money you save off your electric bill and put it into a maintenance account, you're always going to be able to keep replacing stuff as it breaks and stuff like that. But your panels, they should last 25, 30, 50 years. I mean, really. The batteries now.
They don't make life.
Yeah, and they still do. The reason that they turn them over so fast is technology makes it cheaper for big companies to do that. But for me and you, I mean, we're happily buying their used panels that they've been using 5 or 10 years, and they're going to last you another 25 years for a whole lot less.
Yeah, they're just not as efficient.
Those are your long-term investments. The batteries now, LiPo batteries, you can get 3,000 to 5,000 charges per battery. Now that's if you take it all the way down to 0. If you just keep your batteries, at or above 50 or whatever, and play that game, charging and you're monitoring your power, I mean, you can make those batteries last 20 years. So really, your only maintenance is going to be replacing your inverters and your controllers and stuff like that. And now with all in one systems they've got, it's plug and play. I mean, it's so easy. It's not cheap, but it is a hell of a lot cheaper than it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Because the batteries that I was buying were $1,000, and some of them still are, like Battleborn. But now they're $200 a piece, and I can do $200 a piece because that's the price of a good lead acid battery. And I tried that, and when the last time I had one go off on me in my house, blowing yellow steam, and I had to take it off and take it outside before it blew up. No, I don't think I want to do that again. So I'm
hell no.
I'm on that track right now, so that's all good. Well, hell, I can't see the chat. Let me go get my glasses so I can see what y'all are saying.
They're talking about the solar.
Check private chat.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I wasn't giving out any more wrenches anyway.
Just wanted to make sure.
There you are.
I figured that out the other night.
Could you guys chat in bigger text so I can read it?
Need to get more powerful glasses.
Yeah.
I need a lot of things, brother. Glasses ain't it. Wind turbines, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, wind turbines, a lot of people, I know family up in Ohio, they don't like the wind turbines because they look bad. I mean, you know,
hurts the birds.
Mankind moves forward, so technology does too.
Yeah.
Okay, Leaders, you got power. So we do have some solar people out there, huh?
Oh yeah.
What's your system up there, Avita? Yeah, Phoenix, that's a good system there. As long as you start building it and using it, it's a good system. I don't care if it's a 100-watt panel and the cheapest thing you can buy. At least you've taken that, because once you buy it, I mean, that power is not free forever, but you paid for it. But it's a good feeling when your power bill comes back and it's $25.
Yeah.
They got fall over. Stuff mine's usually $500.
Your power bill?
Yep.
Mine's down this month to $285. I've been shutting everything off, downsizing.
It should be lower this month since I haven't done anything for a month.
Well, if you guys want to run those lights that burn as bright as the sun, you're going to have a power bill.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. It's inevitable, but it doesn't matter because it's still less than what I would spend if I was buying weed.
Oh, yeah.
By a long shot, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if it's, yeah.
Oh.
This fucking
I
weather's
am
killing
not
me.
moving well today.
What's that, brother? What'd you say, Kale?
I said, I ain't moving very well today. That shoulder's killing me.
Yeah, I don't, either. My back is completely screwed. I think my rib has popped out again.
Oh. I don't know what I did. And I can't get into the damn ortho until the 19th, so I got to deal with it till another 3 weeks. Oh, well, it makes me smoke more weed. Boo-hoo.
Right.
Well, nothing hurts on me this morning, but now that I've said something, it's coming.
Yeah. Don't poke a bear if he's sleeping, man.
Right.
You might not like what happens.
But you know, after usually my second nap of the day, I start feeling better.
Yeah.
We're coming up on my first nap time now.
I know, man. I've been up. It's time. So we'll take a break about 9 for an hour, and then we'll take a break about 11 for an hour.
Yeah, about 11 is when mine hits.
I gotta go get me a humidifier. But yeah, you can bet your ass you ain't gonna see a humidifier in my tent. It's gonna be in the room, but it won't be in the tent.
Uh-huh.
The one time I ever put a humidifier in my tent, and I watch a lot of y'all do that, I got powdery mildew. Bam, overnight. Why they're always outside the tent. And that may just be my environment. But I mean,
people don't understand. They're playing with fire when they do that shit. Well, your temps drop down into the 60s with high humidity. Boom.
Oh yeah.
It's a fine line. If you don't keep it dialed in, you'll wake up in the morning with.
Yeah. Good thing, Mo, for sure.
But you don't get much. A little bit of hydrogen peroxide will usually take care of it. Once you get rid of the soil.
I don't play that way. Anything that has something on it leaves the building.
Chop it down.
Yep. Because if it's got it once, you can get it again. The second time, you can get it easier. So.
Yeah.
Woo. Get this morning. Everything blurry. Huh.
Everything's blurry. Clean glasses.
That's
what I have to do when I find everything blurry.
Do what, man?
Everything's blurry. Clean your glasses.
No, they're blurry. Everything is completely blurry without the glasses on. I can't see nothing. I can usually see. I just can't read anything. This morning, I can't see shit.
Yeah. Same.
That's what I was doing. I was cleaning my glasses to make sure it was them, and I looked at the screen. It's like, oh, no, it ain't the glasses. It's me. Leftover gummies.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, buddy.
When are you going to make some more gummies there, Caleb?
Oh, I got a whole batch in there right now I made with RSO. I've been dreading those. I know what I'm putting in it. You're a quarter pound in that batch of gummies.
Is that a good dread or a bad dread?
I don't know yet.
All depends on how much he's got to do that day, I guess.
Right. Well, you remember that one night he dropped all that stuff and he ended up passing out in an hour.
Yeah. I took one of my RSO pills, so I'm kind of leery. I'm going to start out little tiny gummies.
Does it have a warning on the bottle to not take with marijuana?
Yeah, all my prescriptions do.
Then take twice as much.
Y'all need to cut it out. He thought he was boss again, didn't he? Damn Chihuahua took out the big dog, and the big dog put him in his place. Y'all need to go outside. You want to go outside where it's cold? It's only 30 degrees here.
Yeah, it's 30 down here as well. I got water running so the pipes don't freeze and everything, which we have to do about 4 days a year down here.
It's 28 here.
Yeah. Wake and bake. Homie, you're late, man. The wake and bake was at about 4:30 this morning.
Oh. No, I didn't wake up till 5:15. It took me 45 minutes to get off the bed.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah, baby steps every morning.
There you go.
Oh, mine will come back in, especially that little Chihuahua. He'll be back in right in front of the fireplace here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take him long to get cold.
Yeah.
There he is.
Leave me up here all alone. Next grow. I wonder when my alarm hits on. What time is that?
Oh. Huh. Y'all making an awful damn lot of noise this morning. I ain't alive yet, I don't guess. What the hell? Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Kind of quiet this morning. Yeah, they do, Phoenix. It's morning time. I'm jealous of Coyote. He's got all that puppy love over there. He's got 4 of them to love on.
They're all raising hell this morning too, full of energy.
Yeah, it's that cold weather, man. Gets them going. Yeah, grower Mo. I feel your problems there.
Husky and the Chihuahuas going at it.
Yeah. It's his job.
That's hilarious. All she does is throw a paw on him and slap him to the floor.
Mhm.
I wish I had a removable camera here. I'd show y'all this shit. It's hilarious.
Well, we can see the top of their heads moving around under your name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We know they're moving.
Yeah, they're moving. They're knocking shit everywhere. I needed something amusing this morning. Now the boss man got up and stopped.
Who wakes up first, you or the dogs?
Me. And as soon as I move, I go to pull that blanket off. Every one of them darts off the bed and down the hallway to the front door. I can't go to bed without 4 dogs trying to get up there and lay on top of me. Especially if I don't feel good. They've got to be touching me. Every one of them.
Right. I know it could be a woman.
The free man damn sure ain't gonna get in and get me without me knowing about it.
Mm-hmm. That's fact. That's a fact. Well, they ain't even gonna get in because the dogs won't let them.
They're I had I guess it's been about 10 years ago now. Some guys broke in the house in the middle of the night, and they made it to the foot of the bed, and that dog went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, it's cold everywhere. You got your faucets dripping up there next grow. It's 25. It's 30 here. I got my faucets growing or dripping there to keep the water from freezing. Quiet this morning.
All that did was get them more excited. Hey, cut it out.
They gotta burn off their energy.
Well, yeah, but damn, too early for me for them to burn it off.
You need to build a big treadmill for them to run on and hook it up to generators, and there's your electricity.
Yeah, get the alternator off the car, huh?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of inventions out there that work, but a lot of it's real technical to build.
But it's, as long as you don't put red to black and black to red, you're okay.
Yeah. That makes spark go boom.
I hooked up a 3,000 watt inverter backwards one day, and I'm telling you what, the amount of the bright flash that came out of that in the battery terminal, I thought, man, I have messed this thing up bad. So I took it apart. It blew all 6 fuses. I changed all the fuses, put it back together, and it worked fine.
There you go.
So, but just don't hook them up backwards. And if you're colorblind, get somebody to help you, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, Gromo, I know that all too well. I still ain't moving very well. Sorry, guys.
They're all right.
I'm back.
The instigator right here.
There he is. There he is.
Cheers, my brother. You're doing well.
Hey, Gromo.
Happy almost New Year.
It's gonna be a hell.
They were firing off fireworks here last night until way after we got off the phone, Coyote. I was laying in bed and they were still shooting fireworks. So.
Oh,
great.
I haven't shot none off here yet, but I guarantee you tonight there'll be a hell of a fireworks show out here.
For sure.
Behind my
I know
house.
if my neighbor does what he did the last holiday, he's going to get a visit from me. That's for sure.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker didn't stop fucking shooting shit off till like 1 in the morning.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'd have been outside bitching.
Yeah, well, he's just going to say that's his right.
What do y'all want?
He's just a little guy too, so.
Smell-o-vision.
At least they got quiet. Well, there's a grinder.
I'm still in bed.
Little Jack Herrera.
Nice.
Morning going on, man. Get out of my pocket.
I'm going to say, I think Jack Herrera is one of my, you can look at my eyes, it's one of my favorites.
Simply, what's up, brother?
Who in there?
Morning, Simply.
I'm going to roll up some drip station.
Ooh.
Really sucks that my last bean of that didn't do anything.
Well, how many do you have? How many seedlings do you have?
None,
None of them came.
allegedly.
Allegedly. If you'll stop buying seeds from the allegedly seed company.
Yeah.
Brother, you're going to make me have
Rockwell hates me. I don't know what it is with Rockwell, but I'm about to toss all that shit out in the friggin' brush pile and never use it again. I tell you that.
I can't get anything to grow. I can't even sprout in rock wool. For some reason, I can't grow in it.
Yeah, that's my problem. Every time I try, it's like,
yeah, it dies.
If they do come up, they only come up a little bit, and then they look like shit.
But them rapid rooters, now that's the catch me out. You clone or pop seeds in those. And you can drop them right into your DWC system, and it don't mess up the water. It don't break apart. It stays.
Right.
Rock wool, I thought was pretty reliable. It was good medium.
For some people, they have no problem whatsoever. But man, I'm telling you what, I have tried and tried and tried. And
like everything else, you got to try it and see if it works.
Yeah, I refuse to use it.
I don't need to try. I have ways that work, and I'm done fucking around with goddamn stupid rock wool.
Yeah. Well, I know you're getting ready to go. You're silly if you don't grow aeroponics. Somebody needs to grow aeroponics.
I'm not.
Pure miss the roots, man. That will make
all the rippers.
It's a pain in the ass, but you'll get your best results from aero. But it's how much you want to play with.
I'm not a fan of the taste. Most of the aeroponics that I've ever smoked, I did not care for the fucking taste of it.
Could you still taste the chemicals and nutrients in it, or is it just?
Yes. Yep.
You think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they didn't flush. I mean, you still got to flush the chemicals out with that too. So.
I hear you, but
maybe they didn't.
Yeah, if you don't flush, it's gonna be horrible.
Most people don't want to fucking listen, and they think they know better. I just let people believe what they want to fucking believe.
That's why I grow my own and smoke my own, and that way I don't have to. I know what I want, and it works for me.
So. If it's wrong, it's because you messed it up.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole thing. Everybody's got to. You got to dial in your grow for you, whatever you're growing for. I mean, what is it for you? And then once you can get it to where you can grow it reliably, and you're happy with it, and then you can start polishing it and trying to get 10-foot tall plants with 30-pound buds. I mean, that's. You walk, you crawl, you walk, you run. So I don't need all that stuff, but I sure do like you guys when you grow them big ones. I mean,
I like looking at them.
Well, I grow bigger plants because I have a plant count. You know what I mean? If I didn't have a plant count, I would never grow big plants. It would all be just sea of green. But, it makes no sense to even play around with fucking plant counts, That's how you get trouble, and I don't need trouble. Who needs trouble?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hell, if you can do it, I mean, you don't need to push the limits anymore. I mean, unless you're trying to make a lot of money, but I mean, that's not your
weed. I don't know how the fuck you'd make money in weed nowadays. I mean, Christ, everybody in their motherfucking grows weed.
You go to the states where you just go to the states where it's not legal yet.
I ain't going.
They're growing in them places too.
For sure.
They busted one yesterday in Tennessee. The largest one Tennessee's ever done.
I thought I had heard. Yeah, I think I might have heard about that.
Yeah, it was in a church. A guy bought a church and filled the whole church up.
Yeah, I did hear about that one.
Yeah, all completely automated. They only had to show up about 3 days and then come back and harvest. It was all automated. They arrested one person. And I'm willing to bet that's probably the building owner.
Probably. Well, how do you hold
they bought it cheap. It was a closed down church. They bought cheap.
Yeah, they bought it. Well, they bought it like 5 years ago, they said, but they just now realized that neighbors were complaining about shit.
The services were too loud.
Yeah, I guess so. They were up too late. There's too much going on over there late at night.
Right. Well,
yeah, that's 100% right. PHX for sure, bro. To do that, you don't even have to wait for them to root. You just literally take your cuttings, put them in whatever you're gonna have them in, and flip them to flour.
And I did that with those freak shows I got in them half-gallon pots. That's what I did to them, and they're about 14, 16 inches tall, straight up one bud.
Yep. So imagine if you had 100 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have done those in solo cups.
Yeah, could have. I should have.
Yeah, they do class it as separate plants, PHX here. That's why I can't do it. Otherwise, that's exactly how I'd grow. I mean, it would make way more sense to do it that way. You'd have no veg time. You'd have no wasted energy, basically. Because to me, veg time is just wasted energy.
Yeah.
That's why I started putting autos in my veg tent, so at least I'm getting something out of it, you know? It's not just burning electricity to grow the plants.
Yeah, and you're getting something out of it for sure.
A little bit.
There's so much room in a lot of everybody's tents that I don't know if y'all know of the crack key method for growing, where you put everything in a sealed container. 30 days you got lettuce or whatever the vegetable is, throw a couple vegetables in there too. If you're going to use that electricity and you got space, grow vegetables.
Never, ever would you ever see anything other than cannabis in my tent.
That's because you're a pothead.
Maybe an aloe plant. That's it.
Yep, you can use that on the cannabis. So
that's the only reason it would be there.
Let's say you can use it as a nutrient, so that's still with it.
If you're training your plant out and you break a branch, man, you take some aloe, stick it on there, wrap some tape around it. A week later, you're not going to have a problem on that branch anymore. Shit is awesome. It does have to be the right aloe, though. Not all aloe's the same.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to miss this strip station. What's up, Raging? Raging, what's up? See, I said it right.
Morning, Raging. Yep. You say you're getting rid of your drip station.
It's already gone. I'm smoking. Well, I have a few jars of it, but that's it because I killed it. Killed everything.
Yeah.
I might know somebody that has a couple more beans of it, though.
Yeah. I think you might know somebody who might.
No, I definitely.
Yeah, I'll probably be talking to you in a couple months here, Maine, about something.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
See what you got in your inventory up there.
If they make it, I got a big shipment coming.
Who's what company? Or you got?
It's not. It was private.
Oh, okay.
Somebody was getting rid of their collection, so I figured I'd help them out. It was right before the holidays. I was feeling it, and
well, that's so nice of you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how nice it was if I actually get them.
Yeah. And if they're not all males.
That's gonna be kind of nice. Most of them. Cheers, ATC.
Or an ATC, yeah.
What do you mean you're about to go to bed? Stay up all night? partying.
Well, the partying started last night. He's probably part of that crowd.
Well, yeah. I'll be in bed asleep for all the festivities take off here.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping for sure.
Oh,
No,
I
honestly,
don't fight it to stay up anymore.
I don't think I've seen New Year's since 30, 40 years ago. I can't stay awake that late. It's like, I just do it.
I don't see a reason to.
No matter what, I'm asleep by 11.
Even if I stayed up to watch the damn ball drop, I'd still be up at 4, so then I'm just losing sleep.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it's from. Exotic Genetics. That's where I got mine. Or that's where mine came from. Originally. You got my address, Gums.
Maine's got my address gone. Coyote's got my address gone. Don't send me anything, no. Don't send me.
Well, they're not autos anyway, they're photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, my next run's all photo.
I tried to pop some autos. They didn't take either.
I'm retired.
One of them came up, but the leaves aren't really doing shit. Of course, they're in that stupid fucking rock wool, so
Acting crazy. At least it's not growing upside down.
might have been better. Yeah.
Troubling.
Headed to work. Oh boy.
Be safe, Simply.
See you later. Have a great day. Happy New Year.
Brother. Happy New Year. See you.
I was going to do a seed to harvest videos, but it's hard to do a seed to harvest video if you can't get your seeds to pop.
Yeah.
Potheads in the house. Are you still out there waiting? He's out there hunting with his wife, waiting for her to kill a deer for him.
Jimmy John, cheers, brother.
It's cold up there in that tree stand this morning, eh, Jimmy? They're all hunting down here too. We got a hunting week going, and they're all just blazing away with their.
Oh yeah. The gun shop will start here in a minute. I live right back on the edge of the woods, the edge of town.
I'm right next to a national forest, and they open it up for hunting this time of year. So they don't even let you camp.
You can hunt the core land here. You just have to use a bow.
They have certain dates and times when you could use anything else, or just
no. All you can use on core property is bow. Period. Okay. Down here in Texas. Yeah, you have to get a special permit. You have to have a special permit too.
In Texas, you can shoot hogs with a 50 caliber with no permit, right?
You shoot hogs with anything you got, any time of year. All you have to do is have a hunting license.
Man, that's a serious problem.
24/7. You shoot them 24/7.
We never have to worry about pork supply.
No. Well, you only want the little ones. Them big ones are nasty.
Oh, yeah. Like everything. Once they get too old, big, there.
ATC, you're not supposed to let the cats in your grill, bro. Cats are notorious for eating pot plants
and bringing in bugs.
And bugs. Yep.
My one thing for everybody would be to keep your pets out of your tents.
Yeah, this one got in the grow room and got a hold of that special rift and broke half the plant off. That's where the clone came from.
Between eating them, knocking them down, and breaking them and bringing in pests, that's not worth it for me.
My buddy had, back in the day when weed wasn't quite so legal and shit, people used to hide their shit everywhere. Well, my buddy fucking, for whatever reason, put his fucking weed out in the shed thinking it would be all right. And the fucking pigs found it and ate it. And of course, back in the day, most of the weed had seeds in it. So.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Bro, the next spring, there was freaking pot plants growing all through the freaking where the pig pen was, because he did move his pig pen a lot. You know what I mean? So,
oh my God.
Oh yeah, dude. They were like, holy shit, we got freaking 10-foot pot plants growing out here.
Oops.
But those pigs were pretty happy for a couple hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty happy once he figured out he had weed out there and got rid of the males. And
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't get much more natural than that.
Let that be a lesson. You don't have to work too hard to grow this stuff. Just give it some pigs.
Just feed your fucking pigs some seeds and you'll be good. I want to see you out there following them around, though, catching that shit.
Yeah. You don't have to do that. Just let it take its course. That's next year's planning ahead. You're planning. That's your perpetual garden.
Right. Parker, what's up, bro? Oh, fucking A. I didn't want to have to go to town.
Oh, good morning, Parker.
You have to walk uphill both ways 20 miles barefoot in the snow to get there?
Yeah, and it's waist deep.
Motherfucker, I feel sorry for you. Do you have to carry your family on your shoulders too?
Yeah. Well, I used to before I got my bad back. Now I have to haul them in a sleigh.
You got to pull them now.
Tie a rope around my waist.
It's good that they're understanding about that.
Yeah, bring me a Monster, homie. I'll take a Monster energy drink while you're there, hell.
No way. Oof. Man, my stomach twists right up if I drink one of them.
Let's see. Could you bring me a little sleeve of those powdered donuts? The white powder.
Bring me a pound of $100 bills. That's all I need.
Yeah. I want a 6-inch tall stack of $20 bills. That's all I want.
I just want a roll of 6 donuts. I'm easy.
Yeah.
6.45.
Stand in the cow. Oh my God. That's a new one.
I was reading that same time you were.
Well, make sure that you're following the cow at the time he gives that patty. Otherwise, it's not going to be warm.
Yeah, it ain't too warm.
Look, down here, the cow patties, we're growing the cow patties in the southeast, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Psilocybin mushrooms. I mean, when I lived up around Atlanta, every summer. And
yeah, but it's got to be all natural grain because they got stuff in the grain now here that the mushrooms don't grow in cow shit anymore.
I would
use they're 100% all natural grain. They got pesticides in them.
And we used to do it. We used to get them that.
We used to pick them all the time, but not anymore.
That's right. Got to find them steamers.
Yeah, they're steaming on cold mornings. You don't know which one to stand in.
Look, I'm really sorry if you get to that point in life where you have to stand in cow patties to keep your feet warm.
The only time my feet been that cold, I was in Canada. And I would have done anything to warm my feet up at that point. Them Southern boy up there it don't work. It's cold. Oh boy.
Awesome, Raging.
On the pickup.
What you got for an old pickup, bro?
What are we turning into a hot rod?
I gotta go buy a damn motor for my truck. I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't mind buying the motor. I just don't want to do the work.
Every time you work on your truck, man, you get jacked up.
I know, bro. That's why I'm not looking forward to it. 89 short box. Nice. There you go. My truck's an 04. Long bed, 3/4 ton.
Mine pays off in 3 days. I'll make my last $400 payment in 3 days.
Hell yeah, that is a good damn Christmas present if you're getting all that.
Shop drop. Oh, hell.
LSX. What are you going to run for engine management? You're going to go Holly? Or...
Just remember, turbochargers are God's way of saying that you don't have enough cylinders.
Yeah, if I get around to building my Firebird, I'm going to put the Holly EFI in there. And it will have twin turbos on it.
But so back in the day, were you a Holly or a Rochester carburetor fan? I'm going back to
Rochester because I was a Rochester fan because I couldn't afford Holly back in the day.
Man, I couldn't. I hate it. Rochesters are like 6,000 pieces where a Holly is 5. I mean,
but when they're free, you can take 10 Rochester carburetors and make one good one out of it for sure. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always a Holly double pumper. Put a 780 on it. Don't matter what you got, 8 cylinders, it'll make it go.
Oh, yeah. Pass everything but a gas station.
Yeah, but most of the engines couldn't even handle the double pumpers, because they're just way too much fuel.
On muscle cars back in the day, they could. I mean, you didn't put a 780 on a 6-cylinder.
No, I know.
If you wanted the bottom end of it to stay attached,
I've only ever owned V8s, so.
Okay, just throw nitrous on it and go.
Yeah, nowadays with technology, it's so much different.
Yeah, raging for sure. I'm not talking race gas either. 93 octane should be fine. I just want to settle in around, between 600 and 800 horse. I'll be fine.
That'd be plenty.
What horsepower are you looking at on the engine there, Regine? Or did I miss that?
I don't think he said.
Put a small block, big block?
An LSX, that's like pretty much whatever you want, right? Depends on how much money you want to spend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just over 5. It's easy. That's an easy number to hit with an LSX.
Hot rod, I figured out the more money you spend, the more money you spend.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna build mine to do earnings.
That's like having a boat. Break out another 1,000. Because every time you go, it's at least $1,000 to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, you also get to that point, $1,000 only gives you this many horsepower and this many horsepower. I mean, it's just
that's why you put turbos on there, and then you don't got to worry about it.
Get out of the turbo. I mean, 500 is a good target in the truck because, I mean, unless you got 4-wheel drive, you ain't got no ass in the back. It ain't going to go anywhere. Y'all don't know if y'all watch Cletus McFarland. He's got that blue 4-wheel drive XL Ford 150 that's built with about 800 horsepower.
Supercharger.
Man, that boy's got. So I've got an F-150, but it's just a 6-cylinder. I don't need to go that fast.
Yeah, that one he's got, that's a nasty truck for sure. But those Coyote motors, you can, get a lot of power out of them things. They're just really expensive to do it to,
Oh God, yeah.
It's just way more money to add horsepower to a Ford than as a Chevy. I ain't getting no damn electric scooter. The fuck?
I've got an e-bike for sale if you want to come down here and pick it up. $400.
No, I'm good.
I got it with my stimulus check.
Yeah, I got a mountain bike sitting out there too. If anybody wants it, to come get it.
Well, I got a mountain bike and a road bike too. I can't ride them anymore.
Yeah. I don't even ride my cruiser anymore. I just go out there and start it every week.
Coleman, what's up, bro?
Morning, Coleman. Morning.
Oh.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get my day going.
Yeah.
First
well, Maine, have a great day. Thanks for coming up.
All right, guys. I'll stick around and chat for a little bit, but then I'll be off to get some stuff done. I'm not going to nap this morning. I got shit to do.
Sure.
Yeah, I got shit to do too. I got to strip a van down and reorganize it.
As long as I can make it by the recliner without it grabbing me, we're good.
Fancy that. Good luck.
Yeah, my chair grab me.
Right. Happy New Year, everybody. Peace.
See you, bud. You doing all the work yourself, Raging, or are you having somebody do it for you?
Oh.
What'd you do? Feed them dogs edibles or something? They just kind of disappeared there, brother.
Do what now? Oh, yeah, they all
edibles or something. They're all crashed.
Okay. They're all asleep now.
They're good to go.
It's that first hour they get up, they're balls to the wall, and then they chill out.
Right.
Yeah, every one of them's passed out.
Okay. 3 shops, yeah. That'd be nice. You're going to do videos on as they build it for you? That'd be a good video I'd watch. Turn 89 into something super fantabulous.
Yeah.
I got to go get my medicine. It's 7 o'clock.
It is. A couple minutes till. Yeah. I end up working on all my own shit too. I can't pay them prices at the shop. Oh. It'll be a slow day today. Oh. Uh-huh. Excuse me. Yeah, apartment living's not for me. Oh. Everybody's quiet today.
It must be me, man. I'm keeping them all away.
No, Sunday mornings are laid back. It ain't like the nighttime ones. Ain't that many of the riffraff awake yet.
Yeah, plus last night was the first real party night for New Year's anyway. So
Yeah. I'm sure there's several hangovers this morning. Hell, I got a gummy hangover. I'm still high as hell. But I didn't take it to party. I took it to get some sleep after killing the pain in my shoulder.
Well, you took it right after we stopped talking last night, right? So
Yeah.
That's why you're still high.
Oh, yeah. It was 11 o'clock before I went to bed.
Was it?
Well, when I woke up in the recliner and went to bed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm still tired. Telling you what, man, this Jack Herrera, man, it's fucking high. I'm really high. Of all the ones I've got, you know how many strains I've got. This one.
Yeah.
And it was an autoflower.
The them autoflowers can surprise you.
I mean, pot's pot. I mean, it's the same plant.
I get just as high on it as I do photos. So
thank you. Thank you. That's a debate I don't even need to have. To each his own, you know.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, I like smoking it. Since 1973, it's worked for me.
Coleman, have a great day. Happy New Year. I got a feeling nap time's going to come early today.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. It's a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one more day to go. One more day off to recover. They were sending out messages yesterday trying to get me to go to work. I'm sure it'd be the same thing today. It's that time of year. Everybody's busy.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking shit.
Next grow, you grew it? Yeah. 50 days. Yeah, it's a pretty fast one. Did you like the smoke?
50 days, that is fast.
Yeah. I mean, come on, ATC. What doesn't go good with coffee? Yeah, I'm with you, Phoenix. I probably had about that many, and there's a couple of the past, man. If I could have them parked in a garage somewhere.
Yeah. I can't even count all the cars I've had.
I wish I had all the Hot Wheels, Redline Hot Wheels that I had back in the 70s and as a kid that are worth thousands of dollars in the box now.
Yeah.
I mean, we tore those things up. We didn't care. We didn't know.
No idea that'd be worth something someday.
But one thing everybody needs to have is a collection or a hobby or something to keep them going. I started collecting coins when I was 8.
Oh, I collect coins. I got everywhere.
I've got 5 of those big totes full. I mean, it weighs about 300 pounds, and I don't know how many pieces.
I don't have that many.
But most of the stuff I got back in the 70s and 80s, and it's worth a lot more than I thought it would be. Hang on, I got it.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's like
in cases and everything.
There's some from the Netherlands. I just grabbed a couple. And then I've got some from where I just grabbed a couple. United Kingdom. And I got all of these in this box that I still haven't identified. And I've got 5 more boxes. And it's just.
You got a couple.
I've got a couple. Yeah. Find a hobby, find a collection. Don't throw those Hot Wheels away if you're only 20 years old, because when you're 60, they'll be 40 years older and worth more money.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And between that and solar, that's pretty much what I do. Grow a little dubage every now and then.
I was at the grocery store the other day, and they had a big pallet full, but with a box on it full of little Hot Wheel cars, 99 cents a piece.
That's why, I went through it. I got some issues like everybody else, but at one point in time back in 98, around 98, I just went crazy, and I ended up with about 750 Hot Wheel cars. And I just put them in boxes, wrapped them in paper bags, and I haven't touched them in 30 years. And now I'm looking at 750 Hot Wheels in boxes. It's worth about $2,000 or $3,000. And I never touched them. I just put them in a box. They're 25 years old.
Yeah.
So one day I'll put them on YouTube or put them on eBay or something and try to sell it. But
somebody buy
little things. If you see something, buy something. Especially you young folks.
2024, damn, they're in a hurry. Guess we all better learn how to make gasoline, or we ain't gonna be able to drive our cars. That's all right. They run on moonshine real good. I know how to make that.
Well, I guess my e-bike ain't for sale now. I might be needing to keep that.
Yeah.
I mean, the changes are coming. We just watch and see how it affects everybody.
That's the only constant change.
Ain't that right?
Oh.
I've watched a lot of it.
Same my share. Can't say I agree with all of it either.
we're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
It's a big, big world out there. It's just not all about me.
Morning, Ghost Blade. I meant to call you yesterday, but I forgot. Go figure.
Yep, same story, Grower Mo. I had.
Yeah, horse
they
and
are
buggy. There
long
we go. Oh, shit.
Yep.
I just can't seem to get this back and shoulder to quit hurting this morning. Damn.
I mean, that's another reason to try to win yourself off the grid any way you can. If it's solar, if it's drilling a well, if it's digging a septic system, whatever you need to,
Yeah.
in case everything, I am not a prepper, and I hope everybody's survives or whatever, but whatever you can do to just
I ain't a
relieve
prepper,
yourself of some of the paying money. Look, if it gets sad, 2 years of food ain't gonna be enough. If you're got boxes of that stuff that lasts forever. Yep. Then those 70s and 80s toys, if they're primo in a box,
worth a fortune.
I mean, everything's worth what anybody will pay for it, but it's still, you got possibilities.
Oh.
Plastic Hot Wheels. Yeah. And they're still only 99 cents. I mean, that's the only thing in the world that has not changed price in the last 20 years. They're Hot Wheels. They're 99 cents still. I mean, what value?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Good thing you got your chores done yesterday. That's probably why your shoulder hurts, buddy.
Oh, it was hurting before that.
What?
I fell off that ladder Thursday.
You're too old to fall off a ladder. You don't bounce.
Oh, I bounced all right off the bread racks all the way down to the tile. Right through the ceiling grid, then the bread racks and then the tile floor.
Well, I mean, it's good because if you keep hitting all those things, it slows you down. Otherwise, you'd have just slammed the floor full speed.
Got a 3,000 bar light. I'll have to check into that. They're a sponsor of mine. Yeah, I got an appointment with the surgeon on the 19th. We'll see.
Well,
over there dreaming, growling. Yeah, I bet you do. I talked about that yesterday. I was telling Heart of the South about it. Damn dog flipped me over backwards on the live in his chair. The tailbone still hurts. It's shattered and never be the same again.
You broke your coccyx?
Say what?
Did you break your coccyx? Did you break your coccyx?
Yeah,
that's your tailbone.
It's shattered. Yeah, it's shattered. Yeah,
Ooh.
It's in 6 pieces.
So it's when you wag your tail. Ouch, man. Yeah, I've seen in healthcare there. I've seen a couple people with broken nose, and that's
There's no
any bone
fun.
break hurts. No.
I broke mine 20 years ago, but it just broke it. But this time I fell, it shattered it. I said it was busted in 6 pieces.
Wow.
Ain't nothing they can do about that.
Not unless it causes you any issues where they need to go and take the fragments out. They'll leave it alone.
Yeah. There was already issues without the tailbone, so.
Ghost Blade's getting a tan.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have a choice. It's hurting too damn bad. If I got to go take pain pills, it's bad. Because I hate them. I don't like taking them.
You got to do what you got to do.
Well, yeah.
I didn't want to have open heart surgery twice, but I
didn't take any yesterday, and I haven't taken none today, but I may end up before the day's over. I got to do some lifting today, whether I like it or not.
Trim some bushes.
That's just part of life.
Yard work. I do a little yard work today. Once it warms up.
It's supposed
I
to
still
get
have
up.
my water dripping.
No, I didn't even drip mine yet.
Yeah, I popped one last year when I first moved in here.
I don't start dripping until it starts getting into the mid to low 20s.
Have you shown your garden lately?
Do what now?
Have you shown your garden lately? I haven't seen your.
I showed mine yesterday or Friday. I hadn't showed it today, but I showed it Friday. The girls are asleep, the ones that got pollinated yesterday.
What's your light cycle on them?
12 and 12. They run 5 to 5 at night. That way I don't have to run no heat. The lights keep the room warm at night when it's cold. And during the day, trailer house, the sun heats the metal roof up, which keeps the room warm. So I only got to worry about heat at night.
Okay.
I fluctuate between 70 and 80 degrees back there.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. We talked about, when's a good time to grow and when's not a good time to grow, because sometimes your conditions will dictate. In the summer, my house gets too hot.
They dictate mine. They dictate mine because I'm tired of fluffy ass buds, and in the summer, with 2 air conditioners,
Right.
I'm still in the 90s. So that's just too hot.
Right.
I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
It affects your
So
quality of your bud. Ain't worth it.
Sure.
And I'm 76 in my tent right now. The girl,
Say that again.
so the girls are asleep right now. It's 76 in the tent.
Okay. I think I got a big lag again, don't I?
No, you're not lagging.
Okay.
The room's
Yeah.
80 though. The tent's 76, the room's 80. The tent's asleep and the lights are on in the room.
That's a good temperature swing.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I can live with it.
They don't either. They're fine with it, yeah.
They're all doing
look at your
good.
plants and tell.
And she's praying this morning, so I mean that deficiency or toxicity, whichever one it is, not really affecting her.
Well, I mean, with that problem, be it a deficiency or an excess, it's, like we said, that's one of those ones that doesn't really show up overnight, but it's there.
Yeah,
and never change.
It's there.
Once you do your prevention or help it,
yeah,
that never goes away. All we're looking for is to make sure it doesn't reappear or get worse.
Yeah,
And
that's where it's at now. I tested everything yesterday.
Then that's what, just like we were talking about last night, it's when you see a deficiency or something going on, when your plant starts talking to you, hey, by changing color or whatever, likely what happened to cause that happened up to a week ago. It didn't just happen 10 seconds or an hour ago. I mean, it's worked up to it. So anything that you do to change it is often going to take, except for water. I mean, yeah, certainly within a minute, it's going to start coming back up. But when you put any newts or anything like that, it likely will take a while for it to change, for it to stop turning that color, and then for it to start turning green or doing whatever you're trying to change. So the biggest thing is patience.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all this is about the plants. The plants tell you how to do everything you need to do. So just knowing what you can do, that's what you want.
Yeah, I quit training autos. I'll do a little defoliation, but that's about it. I don't top them. I just let them run. It works out for me.
Training autos does not suck. Why does it suck? Is it because they're small? Ghost Bud Blade? I mean, I grow autos all the time, so.
They're just too easy to shock.
Well, it's like we were talking about. Sometimes starting autos is not a good idea for brand new growers, or if you haven't had hands on until you've squeezed a couple stems and bent them to do LST and and all that. I snapped a main cole off one of my first plants.
I broke a branch off a month ago.
So,
it happened.
Because auto flowers.
And I broke a big one off. It took damn near a third of the plant when it fell off.
Yeah, I mean, and that happens. I mean, even to the people who know how to grow, it happens. So auto flowers are just picky by nature. They don't like hot soil. They don't like you.
When you shock them, they either harm or they just stunt and don't do shit.
It just slows it down. It slows it down. I mean, anything you do to an auto, every time you touch it, you put it back a week on what it could have done. I mean, it's just, I love them. That's all I grow. So, I mean, I can grow the shit out of autos. You got my pictures I sent to you. You can bring those up, right?
I never got them. I don't have them. I don't know how to bring them up, but I can find out. But yeah, I don't have anything from you.
Okay.
You didn't send them to me.
I don't know. I sent them there.
No, I don't got them. Must have been levels you sent them to.
I'll send them to everybody else then. I can't bring pictures up on here, can I?
No.
Okay. No, I was just, I'll send you some pictures, and I mean, maybe we can bring them up sometime. But I mean, autos are just, for me, the older I get, I got less patience. It's easier for me just to grow autos in cocoa with Dr. Earth. And keep
I like them because I'm lazy. I don't want to have to change the lights and shit, so I just set them and grow.
And there's a lot of pros to them, and I understand the cons that people don't like them and everything. And I also like to grow multiple varieties. I mean, I love watching you guys grow a 3-pound plant, but I don't need 3 pounds of one kind. I medicate, and I like to have the different kinds, and so I just, and it's everything's different for everyone.
I love autos. I mean, I get as much off autos as I do photos, and don't take as long.
And then if you guys have any questions with the autos, I'll be glad to answer it. Coyote grows the shit out of them. I mean, don't be afraid of them, but respect the auto. What's up, Jimmy John?
I'm gonna get some more coffee.
Okay. Yeah, Jimmy John. Yeah, and the plants outside of your house like it too. Won't you come up here, brother? Come up here for the first time and they leave me all alone. How's everybody doing? Yeah, man. Variety. I mean, I know what I like, and I like to have a bunch of all that are around. Yeah, I mean, you want to be aggressive with them in training, but let them do a little bit of this before you start doing that. Figure out which way you want that auto to go so that you can get the best spread out of it, and just be patient with it. I mean, just let her do that first 3 or 4 weeks before she flowers, and then play the game with the. To me, that's making that plant do what I want it to. That's the sin of the game. Yeah, Ghost Blade, cool. Yeah, I mean, I grew way too much this time. I got 2 pounds. It's gonna take an old man a long time to grow or smoke. I'm not won't grow again for a while. Yeah, Raging. Yeah. And then that's the argument for how you grow too. I mean, if you don't have a plant count, I'll do 8 autos, and I can get 2 pounds and almost 2 pounds out of 8 autos if I'm really good at it. Raging, you like autos, or you love autos? Do you just like growing them because they grow the way you like growing, or you like the smoke? Because I think autos get me just as high as a photo any day, the way I grow.
Yeah, I like them plug and play plants.
Yeah. And it's just,
especially with RDWC, I've only got to go in there and add water every 3 days. I don't even have to go in there other than that.
And if you are growing
now they're flowering, though, I got to go in every day and flower and check them. They're drinking a lot of water now, about 4 gallons a day.
And if you are growing photos and you got room to stick a little auto in there somewhere, throw an auto in there. I mean, your auto will grow at a 12-10 all day long. Again, plant count and all your limitations notwithstanding. Grow what you can, grow what you love, grow what works for you.
Everything I got back there right now, except the flower tents, all autos.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, you got your Jimmy John. You got your grow going back at home, huh?
my biggest deal is there ain't nobody I got to take care of mine. So whatever I do, I got to be able to make sure it takes care of itself.
That's me. I got to be here when I'm growing. Yeah, raging. Yeah, those are good. See, my thing is all these mixing the strains. Man, I love Gorilla Glue by itself, and I love Girl Scout cookies is one of my favorite strains of all time.
I'm not necessarily believe in crossing, but
in putting them together, I mean, if everybody who wants to have strains, that's fine. But I'm an original strain person.
Hopefully that cross I just did turns out good.
Big. Are you talking about big in your weight? Or
no, he grows a lot of autoflowers.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
I grow a lot
he's
more
not here to
autoflowers.
defend himself, so I can. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you're getting your yields are, why not? Why not? You're getting a lot of good smoke out of it. Ooh.
Boss
Small
man.
yielder, huh? Yeah. Well, some of them are, and that was a complaint for autos always in the past. They were always small. I mean, you can't say that now watching this grow off the results. I mean, geez. They're coming along, and it's got a lot to do with the grower. I mean, you can grow a Coke can bud like somebody, or you can grow a pounder like a couple other guys.
I grow more autos than I grow photos, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I think I'm going to order those Colombian Gold autos today.
Okay. Interesting. Main's back. Shh, don't say anything.
Oh, hell yeah.
How many plants you going to stick outside this year, Jimmy John? Your outside grow?
Those are looking good, Ghost Blade.
Yeah, Fast Buds is good seeds. I've had good luck with them. Not so Fast Buds.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Let me know.
Yo, you ain't getting them for 50 cents a piece anymore, my brother. What's that noise keep beeping for?
Oh, it's my phone. That's fine, Ghost Blade. I'll send you the link. We're just after the getting porn bombed the other night. The link no longer goes in chat. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't understand that crap that went on the other night. That was stupid. Not what it's about. Fast flowering.
John, if you want to come up, let me know.
What's the definition of a fast flowering regular?
Camera's a little weird.
There we go.
So I'm pretty sure I harmed out the one on this one.
Why you think you harmed it?
Hold on a second.
Balls on it?
Yeah, I got some balls on it.
You need to chop her out of there.
Yeah.
I can't. Can y'all see that?
I mean, yeah, we can see it. It's not real zoomed in, but yeah.
Let's see something.
What are we looking at?
Hold on a second. That was the wrong one.
You'll have to get your phone real close, like down in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to work the camera angle.
You're good. Straight in.
Straight in where you're at.
I mean, if you got a pollen sack, pull it. If you're not sure.
I see balls right there in that. I see balls in that V right there. I see three.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm aiming at, is that V.
Yeah.
Or along that string.
Yeah, that's the herm.
If you're going to grow, if you want some seeds,
If
keep
you
it
want,
around.
give it a little bit, but I'd keep an eye on it. If they start multiplying, jerk it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what threw me off is, let me see if I can zoom in on this.
Is there any hairs on her anywhere?
Yes.
Mm.
Like, see, this one actually is doing really nice. Nice and clean.
I think the best thing to do right now is just be patient with that one on the left and watch it for another week or so. If you got, if the boys start to open up and want to play their game, get rid of it. Otherwise, just wait. It may just be playing around with you and turn out to be your best producer. So I'd be patient with it. Just let it grow. See what happens.
So I'm in Living Soil Organics, and I had gnats so bad. First time I've ever tried it, I went ahead and dusted with 7.
Oh, okay.
And but I have nematodes on the way.
Have you?
Is that going to hurt my nematodes?
Have you watered in that 7 already?
No.
I'd scrape it off the top of that right now.
Okay.
That's nasty. 7 is a nasty outdoor bug killer. That might.
Well, see, I had a liver transplant, so I can't really do all this, and I couldn't control the gnats.
Yeah, I'd scrape that stuff off there and get all of it out of there. You can.
Yeah.
And just cover it up with, a piece of plastic or cardboard to try to keep the gnats down. Or you're letting it dry out, right? Before water.
Yeah, I'm letting it dry out.
So
I watered before I dusted, so I didn't want it to water through the stuff.
I don't water. I'd scrape it all off and get rid of it if you can, because that's bad.
Yeah.
And then let it dry way back, because the longer you can dry out between waterings, you can start controlling the gnat problem. If you keep it too wet, they're going full blast.
Water from the bottom.
How do I turn my camera off?
Get rid of the poison.
Go to settings.
All right.
And go to
Back
camera.
between waterings.
All right. That just turns my cameras. Let me go back out further.
It wasn't showing enough really.
I
to
can't grow
look at
outside, Gromo. Yep, place sand also get rid of them on top of
sands on
soil.
top. Good idea.
It's a bitch if
Just
you top
anything
dress
that-
though.
Yeah, if you're a top dresser, that's good for salts with the sand. Top dressing's kind of tough. You just got to let it dry out. You gotta let that top inch or so dry back between waterings, and that'll help control the gnats. Because I get gnats every time I start with cocoa. They're just inherently there. But once it starts drying back and everything, and I get in that process, they go away.
Neem oil does work too, though.
Hmm.
I've used it. I had
Yeah.
gnats one time. I don't ever want them again. They were bad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's a good idea, man.
Just anything so that for that week or so they can't go up and down through the substrate and do their thing. That's what you want to do to get rid of them.
They're only in the top quarter to half inch anyway.
Yeah, the bottom watering too. I mean, if it's a small plant, that's kind of hard because your root ball is not on the bottom, and you're just wetting the whole pot, which can exacerbate the problem. Because you're watering the plant, not the pot. So if you just have a small plant and you're only watering that little bit of the top of the plant, and that's it. Just control your watering. Don't overwater. Let it dry back. That's your best control for gnats. Short of a flamethrower. And little chameleons, little lizards, we get them down here in the south. You probably have them too, Coyote. The little ones that change color all around my house. Like little chameleon lizards, they're all around my house.
Oh, yeah, we got them all around here. I'm invested.
Some will throw a couple of those in your tents if you got gnats. I'm curious whether or not that would be an ILM. Throw a couple frogs and a couple lizards in there and see if they can. They can't affect.
Oh, I'm sure if they want in there, they get in there on their own anyway. Light don't get in, but I'm sure they can still get in.
No kidding. No kidding. Putting a bag over a plant seems like it would hold in the humidity and make the powdery mildew problem worse.
Yeah.
That could be a powdery mildew, but I'm not going to keep the bugs from doing their thing. It's up to Canaflex 420. Yeah. Air pots. I'm seeing a lot of people getting bugs with air pots because the bugs are going in the holes.
I got some air pots. I didn't care for them much.
I like the fabric pots. Bugs don't get in. They dry evenly, and I mean the guys that are using them and got them dialed in. I mean they grow great weed, but you still are exposing it to an ingress and egress of pests.
Can y'all hear me?
Right back.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Ghost?
Morning.
Heart of the South. What's up,
morning,
man?
here with you, John. Oh no! Nice to see you.
So,
have a nice day.
Nothing today. Nothing today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like nothing.
Hell yeah!
Nothing today.
There you go, Bill.
We got.
Nice.
They like I told them, you guys see how it goes. It's not for everybody, but how I do it, I wear these when I go in. I wear this when I'm down in there. It's all like that, all bush. Because where I'm at, I think I seen you sent the pictures. Where I'm at, I'm on 960 feet on top of a hill, and
That was
everything's
like
down
one I
around.
had while I was at Benning.
Yeah, what is it? What'd you call it? This is
Ghillie suit.
This is a red rock. This is a red rock. It's
Red
pretty
Red
damn
rock
good.
ghillie suit.
Yeah,
That's a Gilly.
yeah, it's a red rock. I got
Mine
this.
was
I got
Army
this one.
too.
I got 3D Leafy. I got all kinds of them that come in here that I use when
Heck yeah.
we go down there. You know, yeah, that's all right
Did
here.
they
off the
teach you
deck.
how to build them, make them?
I got a buddy that's in the military that he was. He says he can, but he's never really just done it. I've been. I bought.
We
that,
didn't get the
like
choice
I was
of
telling
not doing
Coyote,
it.
that crossbow's 12 years old. I give a damn about these new ones coming up. Every time this crossbow goes out, I kill deer. So I'm not buying a new one. You know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what, that one right there, the moss on it and stuff, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks nice,
Oh, dude.
especially
It
for the
fits in.
area you're at.
Yeah, I'm down here in southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. That's where I'm at down here.
Yeah.
Everything is everything down here. I mean, you got a lot of.
Part of the South.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for your input on my growth.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that, John.
No.
I was gonna say pull it. Anytime I see that, in my personal opinion, I don't know how many
pull it.
plants you got and what you got. I pull it. I'm not
I
even gonna
grow
fucking
it.
lie. I pulled it.
Let it grow. Shut up.
Yeah, nah, I'm just Coyote sent me
look,
about
man,
300
look.
beans. I don't have to wait. If I see a male, I jerk it
Yeah, yeah.
and throw some more. I'm not into that.
Not even
For the
chancing it.
For the rest
No,
of us
bro,
who
because
don't
I
have-
tell you what. What'd you say, Hard South?
for those of us that don't have 300 beans, I
Yeah.
say let him grow the plant.
So,
See what
so
happens.
hell. So hell. Yeah, no. Yeah, that pothead up there, he hooked me up
It's completely.
last year.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I grew everything he sent me this year. That's how I got like 10.5 pounds of weed, almost 11 pounds off 10 plants outside.
You did
Heck
good
yeah.
this year. That was
Oh,
awesome. Awesome.
I showed you guys. I was showing you. And down here, we pulled the last night. I had to set these telephone posts over here for the gate. I'm putting the gate in across the property in the front, and we ran five strands of barbed wire up and down that east side of the property down there. We did that yesterday and the day before. Today, I'm actually going to hang the gates themselves. It's 23 feet wide from one side to the other side. So we got two gates that are going in and out. But while I had the auger down here with that 12-inch bit on it, I popped out 5 back here in the plant that are on the top of the hill. Coyote, you already know what I did. I dug 5 of them. I put 5 holes 3 feet because this dirt down here, buddy.
I know what you did. I know. I already know.
I was like, shit, this on top of the hill, 100% west wind, 7 out of 7 days of the week over here. I'm like, yeah, watch this. But I put them in 3 feet deep. So now I got to go in probably Tuesday. I'll go down there to the store and get the dirt, fill them in so they're not open. You know what I mean? I threw 2x12s on them last night to keep them for the animals don't go in them. But yeah, I'm gonna make a little project down here too. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be, when you asked me earlier how many, 20. With this, it'll be 20. You know what I mean? So
I'm hoping there might be a Coyote Gardens North edition.
North edition. No, I got those freak shows that he sent me, man. They're like this big right now. They're like a foot tall from those clones.
Yeah. I was pulling some lower branches off yesterday, some faded leaves, and I ended up pulling a top, and I just cloned it. So I started another freak show clone.
Hell yeah, I'm needing one.
I'm glad. I'm glad for you because I'm putting out at least 2 of those in every single grow. I'll have 6 of those this year when I go out.
We'll have plenty.
Yeah.
If you ain't got them, I got them.
Hell yeah.
Well, I want to see how they do in the Illinois dirt up there in that Illinois soil. I want to see how they do.
Yeah.
And I'm taking 10 gallons of potash home with me from down here, from out of the burner, the stove in the garage. Yeah. I'm taking 10 pounds of that home too when I leave here. So I was like, shit, we'll see. But I'm gonna hook these up before I leave down here. I'm gonna hook these up That's what it was yesterday. It was all work. Everybody's like, "What are these for?" I'm like, "Just a windbreak. We're putting a windbreak in here, some vegetation."
What are these for? Don't worry about it.
No, I was like, "They're windbreak. We're gonna put the pines in here, some cedar." No.
Damn, skunk sprayed it first.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, if you're planting outside, you want your plants to go north and south, not east and west. And there's a reason for that. The sun goes this way, so whatever you plant on the east side, it'll get sun first thing in the morning when it's a weak sun, and then as the day goes, and if you got them in a straight line, that sun's going to go, and all this gets shaded. These plants will be shaded over here instead of this one. So if you go north and south, when the sun rises over here in the east, and then it goes this way and sets in the west, you're going to get early morning sun, and then you're going to get all the sun all day long to the west. So if you're planting outside, plant north and south. It's not like corn.
Yeah, always place on a south-facing hill.
Yeah.
No, west-facing hill. What I got? Well, southwest. Yeah, that hill. Yeah. Because out here is the south end of the This is the south end of the property this way. But I always plant them north and south. That way it runs this way. But I came down here last year when I was down here, and we had an issue. Not an issue, but I sat down here and I put the solar thing out there and all that, and I got it where I want it. So this year should be a big harvest, another big one, hopefully. And with the wind
this
coming
year,
on,
I'm not just playing with 3 plants. I'm going to go ahead and go my full count. I got probably the 3 pounds off of mine outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I got a question on that Canna Trolls. Do any of y'all use them? The Canna tubs, the curing tub?
Nope.
No.
Grove bags or jars. I came down here, so I brought jars with me. This is frankincense. No, this is blueberry. This is Jason Terps right here. This shit is sticky. If you guys can get some of that blueberry muffin, this shit is sticky and smells like sugar, like something sweet when you open up cakes and shit, man. This is from Jason Terps. This is good. Huh?
The in that tub that I'm cured in, I did my dry the old way, off in the closet, until stem snap almost. And I bucked everything off and put it in the CannaCure and put my Bavita pack in there, shut it up for 2 months, opened that sucker up, and it looked like something had eaten all the biomass off my buds.
I wouldn't put no Bavita packs in nothing. And me, in my personal opinion, what I do is I dry it till it snaps. I don't know if you go back on the videos, I sent some on the lives. I put them on the lives. You go back on the lives. Once you get that thing in there, my biggest problem, and I had a big problem this year, is because I had to do it in the garage. So we plasticked everything in the garage that had an air leak, and then put a humidifier in there a dehumidifier in there a week before we cut. So it was running full time, try to balance that room. And that cured, but those Bavita packs inside those boxes or those jars and stuff, I wouldn't even be using a Bavita pack until you're done drying and curing. Cure first without the Bavita pack, and then if you think your weed's too dry, then put your Bavita pack in. That's what I do. I don't use those. All the old school stuff that we came up on, I still use about half of it, but just like the cell phone, we were talking about this over the last couple of years on the channel, just like the cell phone, technology is entering the big time in the marijuana community. I mean, we got RDWC, we got hydro growing. I mean, they've taken hydro to a whole nother step. Look at RDWC, with these RWDC, these guys are doing. Fucking Maine's growing plants this fucking big that are autoflowers. Coyote, everybody, John, they're all growing them. But the dirt guys, they come out. I like my weed in the dirt.
I like it in the dirt, but I'm considering doing DWRC.
Really? That's it. I don't have the, I'm not going to say I don't have the money for it, but I just don't have the time for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I don't.
It's actually less time, but there's an investment in it.
That's what I'm not trying to invest that much money right off the bat, because you guys all did it and you did it at once. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I'm not.
I mean, I piecemealed it. I price shopped everything, and I still got almost $2,000 in that system with the new light.
See, and you told me that when you called me, we were talking on the phone. I was like, I'm just not willing to put that much. And I've already put a lot of money into.
And I doubled everything except the water chiller. So there's 2 air pumps. So if one fails, there's 2 water pumps. So if one fails,
Fair enough.
still I don't have to worry about it. I made mine where I can leave this house for 4 or 5 days and come home and everything's still going.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That would be nice, especially if I have a hospital stay again, like I did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's a place for it.
I did it.
You know, I don't have anybody come, you know, throw water in if I happen to be on the day that it needed watering. You know, after I water, it's good for a few days, but you know, it doesn't dry back that quick in the soil.
Growing up grows. Happy New Year's, my homie.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
There's you guys get those autoflowers up and running. I'll tell you what, man. I've just bang perpetually with those autoflowers. I mean, it's just, I take off 5 flavors, I put 5 flavors in. I take off 5 flavors, I put 5 flavors in, and then the outdoor comes around, and then I just put them outside. But when I usually throw 2 or 3 autos in June when I'm outside.
And they're done in October?
Yeah, they're done. And you're smoking that. You can, if you do it right, you could be smoking that before you're smoking your big grow, the photos. You know what I'm saying? You have something to tide you over until you can get into your photo bags.
Yeah.
But the photos just take, when you grow them outside and you get a couple monsters, if you're doing it by yourself, Jesus Christ, you have to have a trim bowl. You almost guaranteed need a trim bowl to do that shit, man. Those plants, I'm telling you, dude, I got 7 pounds of shake, 7 1-pound bags of shake off of 10 plants. Oh no, 5 plants. I got 10 pounds of that shake. No, it was 7. It was 7 of them. I got 10. So it's like, Jesus, dude, you get like so much, and you can do so much. Like I brought down hash, I brought keef, I brought edibles, I brought everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you get the big thing I think I got to tell you about the outdoor too. After it rains, you have to go out and shake that fucking plant.
Absolutely.
Because if you leave it, and don't go spraying it with the fucking leaf blower and shit, because what you can do is blow the water into the buds, right? Don't do that. Just go out there and shake it, man. I mean, if you think you shaked it good enough, shake it some more, you know, to get that water off, because that's where any water out there in your plant is bad. And I mean,
when I grew outdoor out in California that season, we always had to shake the dew off in the mornings. Yep. And like every morning and every evening was a heavy dew, because I was north Santa Cruz up in the mountains. Mm-hmm. And so we always had that roll in, and that was just common practice. Run out there, you don't spray it, you don't blow it, you don't do none of that shit. Shake it off, let the sun kind of heat off, evaporate that little bit of moisture.
Right.
Let the wind and nature do its thing.
You got to be hands-on on the outside grow too. You can't. You got to work.
You got to be very vigilant.
I can't hear you, Hart.
You gotta work that outside garden just like you do the inside. You got to keep on it.
You got to stay on top of it.
Somebody was asking me about bud caterpillars and what I did for them, because I don't use pesticides. I was like, man, I live next to my plants. I walked out there 20 times a day and picked them off as I see them.
Yeah, we do we're everyday hands-on with ours too, because they're in the garden. We put them out there by the garden. So when we go out to water the garden, tend the tomatoes and the cucumbers and all that shit, that weed is right there with it. So we have to put in barbed wire fence down here. These fucking deer eat the weed up down here, man.
Oh yeah.
We're so far out. They ain't got coyote, man. I went looking down here, dude. Last year I didn't do it, and the year before I didn't do it. I just sat up in the tree, took care of business. Right. This year, I went walking, bro. There is no food around here for these deer. They have to travel all the way the fuck up there, about a mile away, to get to that cornfield, right? And I was like, there's no.
It'll make me cry.
Yeah, there's no corn. So what I'm gonna do is, my aunt said I could take that 4 acres down there, running by the thing, and I'm gonna put a food plot in, a 4-acre food plot, and I'm gonna put solar powered wire hot fence around 1 acre of it and take it off in like January next year. You know what I'm saying? So they can come in. But I'm gonna put the other 3. I'll show you the pictures when we get off here. It goes down and it goes up. And she said I could plant all that in the what is it called? The Buffalo Blend by Eagle Seed. It's like
clover and everything. Yeah.
Everything. I'm gonna plant it that way. The deer, this is just a corridor, man. Down there, it's down. It goes where I'm at is 960 feet. At the back of the property, down at the bottom in the middle of the property, it's 910 feet down there to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So all the food going down, all the food going up, and it's just a corridor. All this is a corridor for them to go up to those 2 ponds and that food up there. So I'm gonna catch them. Here, I'll send you a picture of the buck. I'll send you a picture of the buck the old lady found down there on the property the other day. I thought I sent it to you the other night, but I'll send it to you now.
Hey, I'm gonna stay on here, but I gotta make some coffee.
Of course, we're all gonna make that coffee.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to make another cup myself.
Me too. It was cold outside.
You doing Jimmy John? You gonna get into solar, huh?
I am going to solar, and I was telling. I seen your setup, but see, I want to solar the whole property down here. I want to solar the whole house. Here, Coyote, that's the one my old lady found down there at the bottom.
Yeah, you need a residential system, but do it yourself. Don't pay somebody.
Yeah,
to put it in
I'm thinking. Oh no, man! My homies are electric. We're tradesmen up here. We're my homie tradesmen.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not going to pay anybody anything. I mean, I'm not. You see that? Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I was going to tell you, if I can get 4 600-watt panels, stick them out there, and then I got 4 or 5 deep cell batteries with that inverter, I should have enough battery power to grow. That should be enough amps to grow the my grow. It should be enough for the grow. You see that buck, Coyote?
Yeah.
Look at that bass. Show them on their hair.
Well,
This is what they found.
That's a bad. He's got a spread there.
Yeah, he found that down on the property a couple days ago. You guys see that?
Oh.
Hang on. Hold it up there.
Hold on.
He's a big one. Yeah, we can see it.
Look at that. Look at that junk over there. Look at that junk. It's a 3-piece. That 3-piece junk. So that's the genetics. That's the genetics down here on the land, dude. The fucking the leaves are so thick down there from those plants, those trees down there. I bet it's 3 inches thick of just nothing but leaves, and years of leaves on it. That's it. Here, Coyote. These are yesterday's. Here's yesterday's. I'll send this to you. I got the holes. I was drilling the holes, spacing them apart, going north and south.
Yeah.
See it? Big old, look at that dirt, man. That shit's that shit is rocking. Yeah, I got the auger on it and everything. I was like, no, we ain't doing that. So I was like, bullshit. Smoke the fucking pot. What are my potheads doing?
So what's your answer was your question, Jimmy John, on the solar is you got to figure out how many watts you're going to need. Run the load and how much you need to power the system, and then if you're going to do redundant for 1 or 2 more days just in case, and then you'll know how much battery storage and how big watts. Because certainly with 500, 600, 2400 watts.
I'll draw 20.
Start.
Yep, draw 24 to start, and I think the battery bank. Once I get the battery bank down there and get it filled up, and I'll run everything in parallel or a series, and I think the 4 deep cells will be enough to run my grow. I think. I'm not sure. We have to go fucking do the numbers.
What light are you using?
That 3,000 watt fills on 400 watt or whatever it is. No,
400 watts from the wall.
460. Yeah, I was telling you.
Well, you're going to be close there. Depends on your battery bank.
That's the fucking most expensive part of that son of a bitch is in fucking batteries. When you put that battery bank in there, there's fucking batteries that are $1,500 for one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yeah, I know what you mean. It's expensive, but let's see here if I can take this in here
Your
without.
burger ain't no joke either.
Big facts. Big facts.
I wouldn't mind going all solar on my RV.
It's an upfront cost, man. I'll tell you what, it's just like getting one of them chiller systems.
Yeah, Parker, those damn nutrient rats they're bad. And they big. Fuck, they big. 40-pound rat.
That's just not a fucking rat. That's like a fucking, you got to kill them some bit. You got to get rid of that.
The first time I ever seen one, damn near had a rat. Turning my head, looking at it the road, damn near run off in the damn canal.
See how his setup is right here? Look at his setup.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's got it in one. He's got it in the house.
Yeah.
Like in the room right there. Look at that. There's his batteries. He's got the details.
He's got two separate ones, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
That one he's gonna cover up the light. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 battery banks. See that one's got looks like 4 and the other one's got 3, I think.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
that's what it
added
looks
2
like.
He just added. He got like 6.
Yeah. And I got the space to dedicate a room for all my solar shit. And if not, I'll build one.
Exactly. I don't want to be on the grid at all, and I
don't want to
even have enough area to set up a windmill generator.
It's hard. The windmill generator, you better be careful with that. You might need 3 of those.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking into that too, but I need to go see somebody's at their setup and what they got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never seen one in person, and that's what I'm kind of holding back on. But like, I could flat top the roof of my RV and make it a solar panel. And then, I have a couple of clear areas I can add panels that are positional.
Yep. So see what he's got. I can do this, but we got this back home. I don't, but my buddies do.
Okay.
That's a nice setup, though.
I guess y'all.
He's got 2 of them.
Have y'all?
Yeah.
You can see it all right.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, I got 2 systems. I heard y'all talking about it. This left system, they're both 24 volt. Okay, so all the batteries you see are 12 volt batteries in series parallel. This one over here on the left side, I just put those 2 new batteries in it. So that's a 7.2 kilowatt battery bank with a 3,000 watt inverter. And you can see it's flashing up there, so it's charging. And I'm back up to, I'm at 83%. And the other one's charging, and I can't, about 87%. So
what are you drawing?
Huh?
What's your draw? What the panel draw outside? What do you got out there?
Well, the left system is on an 1800 watt string, and then the right system is on a 1200 watt string, which I'm
awesome.
And this whole thing is way upgradable. I mean, once I went from 12 volt to 24 volt, these charge controllers can now, I can put like 4,000 watts into this one and about 4,200 watts into that one because the charge controller can handle it.
Yep,
and
nice.
2,000 watt inverter, and then that runs 2 lines over to, my coffee machine's right there. So it's hooked up to the coffee machine. And it also has a line that runs out through the door. And this one runs my refrigerator and the lights in the kitchen and the microwave and the coffee pot. And then the other system over here has a 4,800 watt bank and with a 1,500 watt inverter. And that runs all my house loads like the TV and lights and fans and stuff like that. And my washer, I got a little portable washer. And so I'm off grid totally except for central heat and air power lines.
That's a hell of a draw. Yeah, that's a hell of a draw though. When you do the battery bank for that.
And they're also, it's just, I wasn't really calculating that when I was building it. I just built it as I went along just because it's kind of a hobby for me. I'm not really, I don't want it off grid. Yeah, I don't need to spend the money. I'm not going to be around that much longer. So I'm just playing with it now. But it's, for me, it's just fun, but it saves me money. My power bill is whatever the minimum is every month now. And so I do all my cooking on gas. microwave in here. And both of these are redundant. If one of them breaks or one component breaks, I can take it off the grid and plug everything into the other one. It'll run everything for 3 to 4 days. So I'm totally off grid for everything except central heat and air for a week. Now, also, these systems, there's a window air conditioner right there. That, y'all were talking about window air conditioner. That air conditioner runs 24/7 in the summer off the solar. And then I've got another window air conditioner that runs off the other system. So that takes the load off the air conditioner. And it helps during the summer. So I can keep my power down in the summer because I run 2 air conditioners all the time. And so that kind of helps. Well, the winter, I mean, paying for gas, you can't help pay $300-400 a month to heat your house.
Right.
Anyway,
That's nice, though.
I can't. So it's fun to do. Like with anything else, what's your goal, what's your dream, and how do you get there, and then you just figure out how to build it. The technology on this stuff is changing. The prices are going down. I mean, these batteries were $1,000 a piece 4 or 5 years ago.
That's what I just said.
They're $200 a piece now.
Yeah, but what about the $1,000 ones now versus those $200 ones now?
The same. Well, if you need it to. If you need the temperature sensors and all that other stuff and blah, 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 yeah, you can get all that. But I don't. So I only need to put, now you can only go so big with these little batteries. I can only do 4 in line because that's all they'll recommend. So I can only make a 9,800 or 9 kilowatt hour battery bank. Now, if you talk about the stackables that we're talking about, the big plug-in that are $1,500.
Yep.
If you're going to power big loads, if you're going to power your house, that's what you need. Because they put out the amperage better.
That's what I want.
Don't get it. The Tesla thing. You said something about a Tesla wall. No,
well, they got the Tesla wall battery. The Tesla wall battery.
Yeah, yeah. If I can make a recommendation, is do your research on Tesla and see what everybody's saying about Tesla before you get a Tesla.
Well, there's another one. That's when there's another one you just mentioned when those ones you plug in like that and they come out. That seems to be the one that's taking over Tesla.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that's getting better. I mean, I'm not trying to rag on Tesla or anything. I'm just saying that there's so many options and stuff out there. Don't limit yourself, and buy what you can afford and see if you can get your payback on it.
My money's going to be on that, on not the Tesla, but those so I can make a bar. I can make bars. That's the way to expensive.
Those are awesome. Yeah. So,
we figured 7,500 just in batteries. That's what we were figuring.
Oh shit.
Well, it gives me a peace of mind.
You can run your whole house?
Yep.
No, you're talking more higher.
But the battery bank we were talking about, just the one, is 7,500. But see, here's also the trick. I'm all LED at my house. Everything is 100% LED at my house.
That's not the problem.
Except, no.
The problem is it's a house.
Yeah, I know. And when you said that you were still, when you said you were still left on your, you had power for your,
central heat.
We can start out like you're talking about the way you're saying it and see how it goes, because that's a whole nother set. I mean, you know how many solar panels that is to run your whole house?
That's what I'm saying is when people make this jump into solar, they go, I'm going to go off grid and I'm going to sell power back and all this other stuff. Well, the truth of the matter is when you start looking at the power bank and the power draw of your dryer is 5,000 to 6,000 watts when you turn it on hot. That's why you have to have 240. 110 will pull a circuit on that voltage. So when you're trying to turn what you're bringing in from outside off solar in the power of that, if you really want to be off grid, you have to take that house and change it. It has to be solar efficient. All of your appliances have to be solar efficient. First thing I did was change every light bulb in the house to LED. It's the same thing with everything else. If you have a big, huge 5-ton unit in the backyard, you're pulling 5,000-6,000 watts when it's running to run the condenser.
Well,
if you can change that 2 or 3 mini splits around your house, you'll pay less. You can put 3 mini splits in your house and pay less electricity to run those than you can that big bastard sitting on the cement pad behind your house.
Mm-hmm. They have
solar, all those, because you can set up systems to run each one and battery packs to run each one, and then it's all the way you set it all up. So, but
I think
I'm
going to start with the grow. I'm going to start with the grow first.
Yeah. All right. So if you wanted to do solar for a grow,
you
need to hook a watt meter or something to all the electrical input coming into that tent.
Mm-hmm.
Know how many watts that is. If you're running a 100 watt, say you're running 1,000 at 100 watts and a 30 watt fan, 2 30 watt fans, you got 160 watts and whatever. You need to know that given hourly draw. Okay, and then you multiply that given by how much storage you need to run that given. Now, also, if you're going to do solar for a grow, okay, my recommendation, I was telling Coyote about this because I do that, is my 7 and 7 is my 12 and 12 is from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Because in that way, when the sun's up, for most of that 12 hours, I'm on the sun. It's not using my batteries. When the sun goes down, all I'm doing is running the fans at 30 watts all night. Those batteries hardly ever get run out. So that's can perpetually run that tent. Now, if you wanted to, now you can start adding more lights, bigger lights, more fans, bigger fans, but trying to do the same thing. When I run auto flowers, I run autos at 17 and 7, which is weird. But I go to bed at 9 o'clock and I wake up at 4 every day. And that way I can keep an eye on my tent, make sure the lights came on, make sure the fans are running, make sure, so I can check on everything. But it also uses solar more efficiently because I've only run it on the battery for about 4 hours at night, 2 hours, 3 hours in the morning. So your draw on battery systems, if you can follow the sun and play the solar game, that's how you grow to take your, because you guys are paying $500-$600 a month for power. You could pay $2,000 or $3,000 today and build a system and cut that in a third right off the bat.
I'm not paying that much.
You keep. Well, I'm just using it as an example. You understand?
Oh yeah, no, I get it because these guys got big ones. I hear them say it, but I'm not doing as much as they're doing.
It's a numbers game, and everything you do depends on what that thing going overhead's doing. When it's gone, it's gone.
What do you think you're out of pocket on one of those systems right there, and the panels to grow one whole complete system? How much does that cost right now?
You got a pencil and paper? All right.
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on.
It's kind of like how big is your plant and how many gallons is the pot in? I don't know.
Well, you got how many?
You got.
I was going with 20.
You got to start with the load. What am I trying to
2,400. 2,400.
Your lights, your fans, your heaters, dehumidifiers, everything.
That's to start out until we get the battery built. Or this is what I'm going off of. What I was telling you when we talked is that I want my light, I want my fan on solar, and I'm going to start out with.
Okay, let's do this. And what's the power draw? Sorry, guys in chat. I'm solar guy.
No, that's cool. They're picking this up too. These guys are thinking about it just as much as we are. Everybody gets that bill once a month, and you seem to be the authority right now in our community on the solar. Yeah. But these guys are just as thirsty for this knowledge as anybody else.
Absolutely. Power bills don't lie. So anyway, what? Okay.
No.
So what did you? Let me ask you. What did you say your light draw was?
I want 460. 460, and then that fan running the AC Infinity is probably going to be, would you say 30, like a 30? So that's 30. So I got 500, 600.
Don't pull that.
Yeah. And I said 2,400.
Let's figure 6. I lost my lighter. There it is. Let's figure 600 watts an hour.
Yep. Now here's the kicker.
To run that.
Here's the kicker. I need the 1500 for my or at least 750 more to maintain that heater that's down there, because I grow indoor and it's cold where I live. So I got to have a heater in my tent, or my box. I have a heater in there. So I need to be at 2400. I need to be at 2400.
Okay. Anytime you put radiant heat on solar, you change that equation to 4-to-1.
Well, wait a minute.
Because for the amount of heat, if you take one of those little space heaters, and I use those here because I can run those on solar, but I never run it past the second switch, because at the first switch you draw 500 watts. At the second switch you pull 800 to 900 watts. At the third switch you're going to push 1500 watts.
Right. I need to be at 750. The lowest setting is what I got it on now, and it's sufficient. Even with the drop that we had the other day, it's sufficient.
So you got the 3-speed heater with 1, 2, 3.
Nope, digital baseboard heater. But I know I'm on the lowest setting because I push it and it's 750, and it keeps it at 70 in there. Perfect. It keeps it at 70. Perfect.
All right. Let's not add the heater in here, because radiant heating changes the whole equation. Let's keep it simple for me and the people in the crowd. So you're going to draw. You need let's just say you need 600 watts. Let's just say 500 watts to even keep it simpler for math. You got a grow tent. Everybody will be happy. It'll grow 24 hours. Everything will run for 24 hours at 500 watts an hour. Okay. How many hours is that going to be on? 12 hours. Right?
8.
You're a 12 runner. Let's start with a 12.
I'm at 18. I'm at 18 and 6. I just did a fuck off. Yeah, 18.6.
Let's do an easy 12 and 12 for me and the viewers to keep it simple. Okay. Then you can add hours. Let me show you why. Listen. I'm trying to keep it simple for me, because fucking Jack Herrera's got me.
I'm smoking blueberry muffin.
So yeah, when everybody understands then. So you want to say at 500 an hour, you're going to run that tent for 12 hours with the lights on.
What the fuck?
Well, actually, you're going to run it for 24 hours, and your draw is not going to be 600 watts for 24 hours. It's only going to be 600 watts for the time it's on. And if you can play by the sun, you're really only going to be using that for less than that. So you probably, to build a system that'll do that, would be $1,000 for batteries and cables. That'll get you 4 of those batteries, and actually you can get them for about 9. But with the cables, it'd be $1,000.
You're looking at a couple of grand.
Oh yeah, I was now listen to it. No,
how much wattage? Okay, you can get. Hang on now. No, you're not. If you get an all-in-one inverter, converter, and all that stuff, you can get one now for about 500, which is really good.
Hang on, level.
Yep.
You can plug it into the wall, and then that way, if your batteries get low and there's no solar, it automatically starts charging and all that, which is really a good way to go right now, the all-in-one. And then you're going to need probably, at least 1,000 watts of solar, which you can get that now if you can get used panels. The guys that are out west or anything like that, if you can find used panels, you can get, probably $500 for enough solar. So what's that? That'd be your total bill.
2,000. I got a bigger budget. We got a bigger budget than that for this. So I'm not.
I would have said 2,000 is a good starting place, because that gives you, if you get whatever inverter all in one you get, that's where you can increase your solar potential. I mean, because you always increase panels and batteries, but your middleman is the inverter and the charge controller unit. So that's going to be how big you can grow the system.
Right. I'm with you.
And then it's how much power you can use on the other side. You can see you can get systems now where you can put 2 of them together and phase them into 240, which then you can run big
Check
loads.
your email levels.
You got to really start beefing up, because when you start getting to that voltage, then you got to get the electricians in and We, like you said, you got friends.
No, we're not. We're not.
You-
There ain't gonna be no porn up there. That shit ain't happening. There is no link anymore in the chat. Ain't happening.
Well, as soon as we can get the what do you call it? I'm going back home. New year. We talked about it. We're sitting. It was a good year this year, so we're. It's just we got a little bigger budget than that I think that we were needed because we were looking at a little bit of different equipment. But the way you broke it down is basically the same way what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you what, the trickle charger is what I explain it to people as. When you put the panels on the roof, you put 10 panels up there and you got 20 batteries in the basement and you got the inverter on. It's going to charge it. And as long as you don't use it, it's going to charge it and fill up those 20 batteries. Then we see what your house, that's what I told you. You don't need 90 fucking panels unless you're going to run your house all day off of it. But you just need like that 10 panels up there to charge all the time until they get them batteries full. And once the batteries are full, then they'll draw what they need. But with those 10 panels, you'll be able to trickle charge those batteries all the time. And most of us got bikes, you know what I'm saying? Or motorcycles. When you say bikes, motherfuckers start plugging in them.
If it's set up, panels you're not trickle charging anything. You're charging if you're using LiPo batteries, it charges them right up to the point to where the BMS shuts down and then it stops charging. So they ramp right up. It's not lead acid technology, it's a different technology. So the problem with that is on a cloudy day, because one thing you need to figure out when you're doing solar is if that sun's perfectly over, it's a perfect day and it's perfect, you're going to get good voltage. But when it's raining and it's cloudy and it's a black day out there, if you get 10% of the solar you got sitting on the ground to come in a wire, you're having a good day. You lose it. That was the key word. Okay, so that's why you have to build in the redundancy with how much storage you have. But when the sun's out, you have to have enough panels out there to recover the batteries from what they've used, plus to keep running the thing that you're running that's using the
so they have to wait. So they have to the draw that I got in, the 10 that I got coming in. So the 10 has to be big enough and it has to be big enough to also charge that much. Is that what you're saying? That's why you need 20 panels instead of 10?
The more panels you can put out, and once you get into solar, you'll hear about over paneling, which means pushing your solar charge with more panels than it can handle. Which to a point you can do that, but you can do once you get into solar and start learning more about it. Sometimes it's a good idea because, like I said, on a cloudy day, that thing out there, you might as well go out and play cornhole on it because that's about all they're good for. And it's just that's the other things that you have to build into your system. It's kind of like Maine was talking. I mean, those guys up there, bless their heart, they got solar everywhere, but it's cloudy.
That's what he said. I think he said that one time before. It's not enough sun for them up there to do it.
Same with folks up in Oregon and Washington. If you're on the wrong side of the hills up there, it's cloudy and rainy all the time. So you got to really over panel stuff to get it to work for you. Not to say that cloudy places are not a good place to have solar. You have to work with
separate subject real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Levels, send me your phone. Levels, email me your phone number, dude. I'll send you a link.
So on the solar, separate from this grow, like I have a RV, basically it's an 8x20, and then I'm building an additional room of 10 by 12, and everything's LED. Everything is like eco-friendly. Like I'm trying to go as low cost as possible.
Right.
What would you recommend?
What do you,
I want to switch RV, complete run all day, everything. Solar.
What kind of camper are you in? What kind of RV are you in?
I have a Holiday Rambler 4-season, a 1983.
I lived in a Coleman camper for 2 years after I went through my homeless phase before I bought this house where I'm at. So with a camper, you can, what are you, 30 amp?
Yes.
The choice now with that, it probably doesn't. Your problem with the camper is the charge controller you have, because because if you look at most campers nowadays, they do have solar input, but you can only put 200 watts, and you can't do doodly squat with 200 watts.
Right.
You really to run a camper. So you would have to change that charge controller, which nowadays is probably within your reach, and change that out, and then you could turn it into like get one of those. I don't know if you've looked at any of the all-in-ones where you have the charge controller and everything all together. Yeah. Something like that would work for you. You have both. You could have grid if you needed it, and then solar, and then batteries, and it all works together. If solar's not working, the batteries work, and if the batteries are getting low, it kicks into the house. So you never have to be there. It'll start charging and running, and then when everything comes back up, it does its thing.
Right.
So with you're in a good place because your load is small. Most of it is low load, so you don't have 220. It's all 120. You're living in a Coleman. I put a mini split on the back of my 17-foot Coleman camper. I'm telling you, don't do that. It's too hot and too cold. I mean, that thing will freeze you out there. But
how many batteries do you think he would have to have in his RV?
Again, you got to look at the power load.
That's what I
said. Kind of knowing what I'm doing. Do you do a lot of baking, radiant heat?
I don't do a lot of baking. I use a radiator heater, the plug-in style. That way I can get it warmed up, set it down on the temperature I want, and it keeps it radiant.
That's it.
I don't use one of the
same thing. I do the
Do
same
you,
thing because we got the camper too over on the property.
Yeah. So with the if I could for the heating, and first of all you need your battery bank. You'd have to probably at least 400 amp hours, and I'd also change your system to 24 volts or 48, either one.
See, he's saying everything that they're talking about. He's saying.
When you start, 12 volt is
for the solar
a good starting place, but it's 24 volts more efficient. 48 volts best efficiency right now. But
so far,
that's why I said right now. There's 24 volts for you is perfect. You can build that same system I just said for Jimmy John to build his for a couple grand.
Yeah, and
you'd be fine. Now the problem is when you turn on the radiant heater. That burns. Radiant heat just pulls so much more amps because most stuff I play the watt hour or the watt game. I gauge everything by watts, not amps, because for me it's easier and everything's wattage anyway. But when you throw radiant or anything that pulls high wattage, or amperage changes that game, and it. Yeah,
doesn't it? It's like 3.8 amps per hour or something like that.
But don't get too technical on me now. I can run them.
And I'm not technical. I just know that we had to wire our stuff with an electricianist telling us what to do.
Well, and that's the dangerous part now, and that's why 12 volt is expensive because you have to use like 4-aught wire.
Yeah.
2-aught wire. You need to use hog leg wire to put stuff together, and it generates a lot of heat. But when you go up to 24 and 48, it becomes a cheaper system. Now the componentry is a bit more expensive, but the wiring that you use is a lot less small. I'm running mine right now on 6-gauge. Now, if I pull a 2,000 watt load on one of it, that wire will warm up, but it doesn't get hot. And it's more efficient at 24. So that's why most everybody's at least trying to get 24 or 48. But I mean, honestly, for your setup and what you're talking about, 2,000 to start, another grand to be able to run a heater a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you're in a sunny place, then you can just
definitely got a good spot for that. So
I like it. I like it. You brought it up one night and you showed it. So
yeah. This is just like growing pot. It's like the solution is still growing. We're not stuck in one technology. It's still growing. So
this should be a part of growing pot.
It should be a part of it. We should make it sustainable for everybody and not have to be on the grid to grow and teach everybody that they could do this without growing their medicine and needing the government to control it.
That's one of the reasons.
You going to walk up here or you going in?
That I finally decided.
I would say you got to take that with you if you're going in the woods. Just let me know.
frowned upon.
I'm watching out for it, guys.
I've
That's
been
why I'm
growing
just
since
take the link down
1973.
levels. You need to click it now. I'm taking it
Yeah,
down.
they have a
Hold on a second. Hart, your mic goes real soft right now. Like we have a hard time hearing you, or I am.
Hearing who?
I think I've got all the way up. Can you hear me now? Can you turn me up, Coyote?
Yeah,
I got
when you
mine.
lean back, is yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, they
Motherfucker.
Where were we?
We all got high.
he's fucking with levels. No, we're talking about it should be sustainable. We should all be thinking about this because
Oh
like,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
all
yeah. I mean,
organic
one of the
growers,
reasons,
most of
one
us.
of the
So we need to
reasons
be
that
thinking about this.
yeah, one of the reasons I've come up is, I've been growing since 1973, and sometimes I just get frustrated with how hard you guys make it.
I forgot to look, smoke more weed. I forgot to ask, actually.
What's that?
Oh, he's talking
where
about
the Purple Heart, who the breeder is on Purple Heart.
Okay. But, and also with solar, I mean, I know not everybody's got a lot of money, but if you want to jump into it piecemeal and do a little bit of time, I talked to Coyote about it last night till about 3 o'clock this morning. And it's, if you want to start piecemeal and work your way into it, if you don't, I'm on disability and fixed income. So
I am too.
I build, but I got my 3.2% already in my military retirement check. Yay, it's coming.
Good.
But yeah,
I got kicked out for smoking weed, and I lost my benefits.
Huh.
So I got kicked out in '98 from the Marine Corps. General discharge, but I did lose my benefits. Is how I was stupid. I probably could have fought it and got a little bit better deal, but 5 years in, and at that moment we were talking about going to Afghanistan. So
my nephews just got back from over there.
Well,
not just back, but that's where they did their time over there.
Just do your research, just like everything else. But I mean, you're in a great place in that camper setup there to keep it cheaper than trying to change a whole house over.
Yeah.
I tell them when they talk about solar, I'm like, dude, you got to go. If you don't got batteries, you're just playing pretend solar, is what I tell them. If you ain't got batteries, you're just playing pretend.
Right.
And that's why we held off. We've held off to buy anything solar until I figured out that battery situation, and then we got to figure out what we need. But I think we're geared up, so we should be good this year. I'm wanting to do the grow first, and I'm going to use the garage as a stunt dummy and put the panels on the garage. Put the panels on the garage. Like you got that board set up in your room. I'm going to do the same thing in my garage and run the lines down to my grow through the wall in the back of the garage and let it all go down. Yeah, because I got a wall that I can set that whole board on. You know what I'm saying? Put everything in the batteries off the ground right there by the thing. I got a spot, and it's only going to be that's another thing you need to talk about is that draw, how far away your power source is from that. You'll lose the power getting out there. You'll need more.
Right.
Like on a thing. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, essentially locating that board or wherever it's at to where you get even flow. That's another thing, because that's how my tree at my house, when we set the house, our house is set up to where the furnace is in the middle with the air conditioner in the middle. So it's almost exactly even where it goes out from the tree of the furnace. You know what I'm saying? So that gives you a much better energy efficiency. And a lot of guys a lot of home builders, they were slapping them houses together and they weren't thinking about that. They put the furnace way out there and then they wonder why it's cold over here. You know what I mean? And they didn't design that into the house. That's a big thing they didn't do. And I think that was one of in the class when we were taking doing that energy class, that E-grade or whatever it was called, that was one of the biggest things they came up with. If we can get the homeowners to move their setup, it would change. But then you got to but they said, now it's too late now, but we do it in the future. Moving forward, They're trying to make it standard practice that has to be your HVAC, where your system's at in there in the house, actual footprint of your house has got to be something you got to think about from now on. Because they're
Did you go through that green technologies training? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm in the union. So
Yeah.
we had that. It came through about, what was it, 10? About 8 to 10 years ago. And they have
Yeah, I
a
got my-
refresher every year. They have a refresher every year. So
I haven't got my refresher yet, but I went through that
Yeah.
training also.
all this shit's coming up for me right now because they know we're off in the wintertime because of the weather up here where I live. So they like, you guys are off. This is when they schedule all of our classes. So when I get back, I got to go to school. I got to get I got to do the asbestos refresher. I got to do I'm not doing hazmat. You got to get a flaggers refresher course. You know what I'm saying? You got to do all that to just so you can maintain all those credentials and then go to work. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a good job, man. It's a great job. It's a great career. Been good to me.
I think they're going to actually release me to go back to work this year off my liver transplant.
Hey, there's Santa Claus. Where you work? Where you at? Down south or up north?
I'm in Oklahoma, but I've always traveled for work, and I know that I can't go back to Oilfield.
No, you ain't doing
jack of all trades. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing.
Mm-hmm. I wish the best for you. You're stable now though, correct? You're okay now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't sound stressed out or anything.
No, I'm not. I'm just dealing with back stuff. They're worried about some back injuries from the oil field lacerating my new liver.
I'll tell you what, that's a hell of a job. I take my hats off to you guys and them pipeliners. That's a hell of a job. You're away from your families. Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. You out of a local?
We're not in union.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Oklahoma's a fire at will state.
Yeah,
and
that's fucking
so
bullshit.
most of those companies that were based in Oklahoma, your ass might be in North Dakota. It didn't matter.
I don't like living like that.
Yeah.
Not that's against you or anything you did, but I don't like living my life like that.
Same to you, Tyler.
That's too much control. Oh, no, I don't like that.
If I'd chose a different profession, I would have went union actually. And I looked at iron workers back when I was in Vegas.
Them guys are over $40 an hour on the check up here.
Oh, the guy I was living with, he was $72 an hour as a level 3, I think.
Right.
And
I just know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just crazy money.
These are the wire tires over here, man. They get money.
Hey,
they get money.
I bet I can still tie pretty good though.
Shit, they got a gun now that go all the way down. Each fucking man walking down the thing's got fucking $5,000, $4,000 worth of equipment on them. And those guns they got now.
Yeah, those spin guns.
Oh, dude, those things they'll have like 6 or 7 guys going down and doing that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I still have my reel in my belt.
No shit. I don't got my reel here. My reel's at the house. I'm not an iron worker, but we got tie off according to our contracts and everything. Area practice. We got tie off too. Some tie off, not structural. We got the end tie. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we got to set forms, right? We got to set forms. When I set forms to pour concrete, so we got end tie or whatever it's called over here. There's only usually just one guy doing that for us. No, there ain't like 3 or 4 of them out there. You know what I mean?
We built a sewer plant up at Bartlesville when I was tying steel, and we were doing walls, and I was coming down, and I was walking the top of rebar, and you know how you'll have that 4-inch tail sticking out on top on walls? Man, I slipped, almost keistered myself. It stuck 4 inches in the butt cheek.
Fuck that.
I was hanging on a wall.
What's up, Wild Bill? That's crazy, dude.
Man,
that's crazy.
We were carrying number 8 bars, and man, I just missed my step. It was bad.
Dude, we carried steel. When we put that spaghetti bowl in, or not spaghetti bowl, but when we put the bridge decks in and all, I fucking hate carrying steel, dude. I hate that. Yeah. We had to hump that shit down. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to hump it down a hill, climb up a wall.
I hate that job. I'm not doing it. I'm fucking 50 years old. I ain't doing it no more. That's crazy, dude. There's a bunch of young boys can do that. I ain't going.
Yeah.
I go up here and fucking whatever else.
Hell yeah.
Whatever else. You want a puddle concrete? Okay, we'll puddle concrete. Fuck that steel carrying shit. I was thinking, man.
Jimmy John. when I get to building on my half of the back, I'm wanting to build a 40-foot pad to kind of set some stuff up on.
Yeah.
Like I'm building a shipping container home, eco home type deal, Earthship. And
What's
that's what my goal is for this year.
What's your footing regulations down there where you live? If you're going to put something like a slab house, how far do you guys have to go down? I don't know what it is down there.
I'm out in the country and like way out rural. So, and I have not heard of anybody having building regulations out here for stuff. Other than like when you buy the property, you go down and get your normal permit. But as far as coming out and stuff, even when I did my electrical, I didn't have to have an electrician come out. Right. I just had to have somebody tie me into the pole.
You see, I was going to say, whenever I do a pad and we ain't got nobody looking at us or anything like that, you're going to do it like this. Like, here's your pad. And then these right here, I'm going to show you something right here. If that's your pad, see that? That's your pad right there. Yeah. This is your pad. See those holes right there? Take those and drill down like 2 foot with an auger.
Yeah.
And so when you pour that concrete pad back in there, it's not like this on ground, like this. It's got fingers into the ground holding that whole fucking pad.
Like a Lego block.
Exactly, but upside down. So those fingers, they go down in the dirt. They go down in the dirt like that, and that pad ain't never going nowhere. I'm just throwing that out there for if you guys ain't hip to it. A lot of guys, the old timers, told us that. You know what I mean?
Actually, that's where I learned it. It's feeding and for concrete feet. Like when you're doing bases and stuff. We had to do that in the oil field because we didn't have like a whole lot of stuff to come out there, and we'd throw down a walkway or a pad for temporary, and it might be a 1-year temporary.
Yeah, right. I would definitely put the fingers. We've done that. It's been up here. It's a practice. When you do it, if you're going to just have your shit out there and it's going to stay there, like you're saying, a shipping container. And I don't know, like I said, the ground is so fucking hard here where I'm at. You did those little pylons in there, those little caissons like that, and then poured that slab through it and made it all connect into one. Yeah, how fuck Coyote? That some bitch ain't going nowhere.
It ain't never moving. Yeah,
that motherfucker ain't never going nowhere. You ain't got to worry about cracking or nothing either because them.
And that's the style I was wanting to go with.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you ain't gotta come 8, 10. You ain't even gotta come that high out of the ground. Once you pour those there and it all pours together, it'll be like a 6-inch slab a hold everything.
6-inch slab with 4-inch rebar.
That's even better. Jesus fuck! I didn't know you were talking about rebar. I thought you were talking about just getting it. Because that mesh, if you put rebar, oh my god, that thing never go nowhere. I was
doing a 4-inch mesh rebar in the pad.
Now 4-inch rebar ain't moving.
Yeah, well, I know it ain't going nowhere. I think I got something.
You think that's overkill 4-inch?
Yes, yes, I think it is.
1/2 inch.
Set it up on, man. Just build you a good. You know how to tie wire. Just tie you a grid and set it right on top and put you a little one into those holes going down. You can stick like freaking rebar down there and then tie those off to that grid.
Like you do in column.
Pretty much. Just pull it up to the top, and that's what they do with that caisson. They'll tie that sumbers together. You get all that, and then just mass pour. You gotta you don't really even have to vibrate the 2 foot, 3 foot fucking. You know what I'm saying? Just run that truck in there and dump it in. But wherever you're walking, when you're puddling, you better remember where those holes are. Because your ass will go down.
Go down.
Yeah, as soon as you leave out of there, you better stick one of those little flags. You guys, that's what's up, man. But those little caissons will help anybody in the chat if you're thinking about pouring concrete. Really give thought to that right there. Not on your whole house, but if you're pouring a pad for something, give thought to a couple of them holes.
Bro.
Yeah. Have the kids out there digging them with a post hole digger or something, but you ain't need to do all the. Yeah. You ain't got to have all the. What do you call it? Yeah, that shit works, guys. I'm just letting you know.
Ghost Blade, Hardest House, Coyote.
Jay and Light. Keep it growing.
I hadn't even looked at chat. Who else in chat?
Going up grows. Parker.
The solar. That's the solar is the lake right there, though. I like it. Yeah. What are you doing to that dog? Get away from him.
What up,
so hardest old school. How long you been growing? Since 73?
Keep it growing.
Yeah, I planted and started smoking and planting back then. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That was
Hell
I started growing the year before High Times magazine started, so that's how much information we had to learn with back then.
Damn.
Man, talk about some true pirate grows back then.
Oh God, don't get me started. We'll be here till tomorrow.
Right.
That was the day, man. Back there, you could fire a rifle in any direction. Never hit a house. We had fields of it growing. We're selling. If you needed a ton, I reckon I could probably get to that much.
Right.
The hills of Georgia.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, man, I learned a lot. You know, we learned, and all through the years, and just I practiced, started growing. I knew I couldn't finish just to try something new, see what worked and everything. And you know, when I got here, it took a couple grows to figure out the law and everything, and I'm a happy. So yeah, I mean, I like watching it.
I could tell y'all personally, I've smoked Hard-to-South weed firsthand. He grows some gas.
I've smoked coyotes. He grows some gas.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to grow it. Once you can get that patience and the knowledge and grow a few and start growing good, then you can start growing very good, and then you can start competing in serious grow offs, and then you can go to the Cannabis Cup. So that's the progression right there.
Hey, did anybody go to the Cowboy Cup up at Tulsa?
Nope.
No.
No. I say we try to get something put in it next year, Coyote.
John's the closest. John's only 45 minutes away.
I'm about 2 hours, I think, 3 hours, but I'm still in Oklahoma.
He's actually in a cup right now.
Are you, John?
John's not here.
No, he's not here, but he's in a Cannabis Cup grow off right now there in his county.
Heck yeah.
About
I think that
she gets out the grow off.
Yeah.
I was just in the grow off and I lost.
They're doing
it was rigged.
It was rigged. That sweet tooth didn't do right. It was rigged. I got
How much did Yama have to pay for that trophy?
You did get a bunch of new lights and shit. Talking about a brand new RWDC.
Rigged and all.
I wasn't in it, but that was fun to watch, man. That was real fun to watch.
That was cool, man. Everybody fucking grew. Everybody, everybody grew.
Man, across the board. I mean, it was just.
I ain't even smoked it yet.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, apparently you got something to look forward to. What these other guys are saying.
I'm gonna open it on my birthday in February. I'm gonna open it up on my birthday. It'll be about 50 day cure on my birthday. So I was like, I'm gonna open it then. Of the sweet tooth and that burning Babylon. You know, I could technically smoke it when I get back home next week.
Yeah.
When I go home next
Guys,
week,
I've been on here for about 3 hours. I'm gonna have to get off here. I got a bunch I got to get done today.
All right, man.
I'm gonna do a little
good seeing everybody.
Get in the shower, get outside, start doing the work I need.
Yeah, I still got more stuff to do today too.
I may do something tomorrow. I'm not sure. Everybody, peace out.
Peace out.
Right.
Good to meet you.
I'm gonna go live, y'all.
I'll be good.
Later.
Later, everybody.
Later, everybody. I'll give